I wanted to show you how easy it is to just switch out some of your Halloween decorations for your Thanksgiving decorations and not spend any money. Now, you may recognize a couple of these I had out at Halloween, but yet they still fit for Thanksgiving. I did change the cloth under here to orange instead of jack-o'-lanterns. I have a pumpkin planter, which fits perfectly with the holiday. And all of these things I already had. I also switched out this little handmade pumpkin with a little gunny sack leaf and a little straw bow that was handmade. And I just put it on the pot holder that my husband's grandmother made that was already that color. I left out some of the tea towels that I have that could be either. I have this old-fashioned door that fits for both holidays, and I just love this so much. I leave it up all year round. I put out the pot holders that my daughter made me, and they both fit for this holiday and they fit for Halloween. And then this is a little rolling pin my mother-in-law got me. Look at the cats on there. Those are supposed to actually make an imprint on your dough. However, I don't know how hard it would be to clean, but I just think it's so cute that I'm using it as a decoration instead. I changed out some of my centerpiece decorations. It's the same placemats and runner I had, but I added this little turkey candle holder with this corn candle. We don't light it, but we put it out every year. And these little centerpieces that I put around the turkey, and they actually go around a large candle. I put these together and I've had these for probably more than 20 years, but I just love these. And again, I didn't spend any money this holiday to just add to some of the decorations that I already had. And I have another matching one here. I put this table runner on my deep freeze on the back porch. It again could be either Halloween or Thanksgiving, and it was too long, so I just tucked the end under. And again, I was just using things I already had. Hi everyone, I'm Bonita from Pennies to Dollars and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I am the daughter of Depression era parents born in 1929 and 1931. I was raised in rural Kansas and we did a lot of things self-sufficient. And when I hear people say, I wish I would have started frugal living sooner, I wish I would have known about it sooner, I feel compelled to encourage you that it doesn't matter when you start. It is never too late to help your financial situation by adding frugal things into your daily routines. When I was in my 20s, I did a lot of the things. I had my first 3 kids in cloth diapers. I did a lot of the things to try to help our financial situation. But as I got older, I realized there were more things I could add along the way. And in the last several years, we have really kicked it into high and we have added more and more frugal things. And honestly, it's fun. It's not stressful. In fact, it relieves stress and anxiety by knowing that you are more financially stable by doing these things, that you are more self-reliant by doing these things. So when I hear people say I should have started sooner, start now. It is not too late. I don't care what age you are. And the easiest way to start is by just doing what is easy. Add into your daily routine to use up things that you already have. If you have samples of toothpaste from the dentist, if you have little soaps from hotels, if you have produce in your fridge that needs used up and you don't know what to do with it, chop it up and freeze it. Just start with some of those little habits and you will find that your eyes just open up to see more things that you can do to save money all the time. It just becomes easier and easier. Sometimes the easiest things are just right in front of our face, and we don't see it because we get used to these easy conveniences. And I got caught up in some of that when I was younger and when my kids were younger. We grabbed those frozen pizzas. We grabbed those things that we thought would make our life easier, more efficient, have more free time. But as I got older and I learned more about frugal living, I realized that being frugal actually makes things more efficient, gives you more free time, gives you more money, gives you less anxiety and stress. And during these times where inflation is high, it doesn't even affect us because we have learned to live in a routine that we are self sufficient more than the person that relies on daily conveniences. We've learned how to maximize our resources by reusing, repurposing, recycling things that we already have purchased in the past. Go through that refrigerator and pantry and freezer. Go through that upstairs or that back room or that garage. I found when I started going through things, I had all kinds of things that I wouldn't need to purchase in the future. Going through some of those things that were stored helped me find things like these planters behind me. I didn't buy any of those. I had them stored in the garage, and I never really had a desire to do a lot of planting or gardening. I never was very good at it, so I kind of just gave up. But over these last few years, I have got excited about doing that. And I have pulled out all these old planters and made them into producing items for us to help our food budget. And I find it fun. I find it exciting to watch my food grow and to be able to supplement our food budget with things that came right from the garden. They taste so much better. I never realized how much better even green peppers taste from your garden. I made green pepper soup the other day from my recipe book, and I was able to use even less peppers that came from my garden that were also smaller than the store bought because they had more flavor than the ones coming from the store. It's really an exciting experience to be able to find things you can use to save money in your house. And did you know that frugal people actually spend less time shopping than a normal person that is not frugal? I know a lot of people will think frugal people spend a ton of time, that they're going from store to store to store looking for those specials, when actually we know what we're looking for. We know where the specials are before we go. We have our list made of where those stores are and which one is selling the items on sale. We go straight in, get our stuff, and we leave. We are not the type to walk aisle to aisle and just browse and peruse and say, wow, that looks good, and pick it out. We go to the store less frequently, we go with more intention, and we go knowing what we are planning to spend. I watched a funny TikTok the other day, and this guy was going through this home store and he said, that's only $3. It's like it's free. That's only $8. It's like it's free. It's almost free. And he did this all through the store. And then when he went to check out, it was about $300. And he goes, how could that happen? Well, that's exactly how that can happen when you are going into the store and picking what you want to eat instead of following those clearance and sale items only, and then figuring out at home what you're going to make from that you will enjoy. Being frugal actually reduces temptation to buy those extra things. We are more determined than ever to save some money so that we don't have to struggle later. We know that if we are direct with the type of money we want to spend for what type of item we need, that we can take that difference and we can stick it back when we need it. Right before I retired, it seemed like the last 2 months we had nothing but drama. It was feeling like it wasn't going to happen, like the world was against us. For instance, I hit that deer. It cost me $2,700, but I paid it out of my paycheck and I made it work. I just cut out some of the things and reduced areas in my budget to allow for that. We had a problem with our well, as some of you know, and it cost us over $5,000. Again, we paid that out of our paychecks and we finagled things so that we could make that work and not touch our savings. We also had some work we wanted to do on the camper. It cost about $1,000 to get the electrical and a few of those things updated. And again, we paid for it out of our paychecks and didn't touch our savings. That allows us to have that cushion and to have that flexibility and that security by knowing that that money is in there, knowing that we have the ability to think our way out of a rough situation and not touch that savings. And when we get done and we've paid that off and we didn't touch that savings, it feels so good to know that that money is still there for the things we have chosen to spend it on in the future, and that it did not make our lives difficult by being able to meet those expenses head on out of our paychecks. Being frugal increases your options. That's why I've been able to retire early, is because I have found more ways to save money at home. Just being in the home gives me more opportunity to save money every single day. I hung 3 loads of laundry on the line yesterday. I made our supper from scratch. I used homegrown green peppers, homegrown onions. It used very little other ingredients that were actually store purchased, and some of those came from the Amish discount store. So I was able to put together a meal that will feed us 2 nights for just pennies. Whenever we get an extra surprise check in the mail, a refund of some sort from something that we didn't realize we were getting, we save that. I just talked to my grandson and he said, I made this much this summer and I figured I could spend 20% on what I wanted. I told him that being frugal, we don't think like that. We buy what we need and we save the rest. And we are still careful about purchasing the stuff we need at really good deals. And that gives us more freedom in the future to do some of the bigger things that we want than just getting some of the little things. For instance, some of you know that I have needed some boots for about 2 years now. They don't leak water. They're just tattered. They've lost some of the outside prettiness that goes with them, but I wear them a lot in the winter with knee socks to stay warm. I was not going to pay about $140 a pair of boots. So I found them on sale this morning for $29.99 at a retailer that I do buy some things from normally and have had no problems. And I was able to get a brown pair and a black pair for only about $35 each. So that was with tax, that was with shipping, and I saved a lot of money compared to the $140 regular price just by waiting. So frugal living helps you focus on those big goals, helps you focus on those dreams, helps you save the money between what you need and what you want so that you have more money to do the things that you want and not feel like you're going into debt to do it. So if you haven't started frugal living yet, don't beat yourself up over that. If you haven't added some things yet that are in the back of your mind, I encourage you to try some of those new things. That's the only way that we can work them into our daily habits to be able to save money. We don't know what we know until we know it, right? So, not knowing some of these things when we were younger doesn't mean they won't benefit us now. Once you try some of those things and add them into your daily routine, it can kick your frugal living into overdrive. And then the savings just becomes easier and easier. I hope you have a great day and thank you for watching.